What is good people? You are now listening to another episode of Since We Last Spoke with Danny Foxworth. I am your humble narrator, Danny Foxworth. And look, I had to bring the fellas, I had to bring the band back together. They were the ones who really originated the March Madness tournament bracket episodes that I was inspired by. And I figured if I was going to carry the torch, I would bring those brothers back on with me. And we hadn't done a tournament episode since August of last year. So it's been right at 7 months. Far too long to have these brothers away from the podcast. So I figured what better time than now than to bring them back. So we have Gerard and Mike from the Board Meeting Podcast. OGs, what's going on, fellas?
The Renaissance boys are back in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Oh,
it's
that
been a
feels
long
good to
time
hear
since we've
that
done
again.
that one.
It's been a long
Yeah.
time for sure. For sure, man.
Oh,
Feels
my
good to
goodness.
be back. Feels
So-
good to be back, D. Thanks for
Yeah.
inviting us back, man.
Man,
Or as we prefer to call you, the plug.
Hey man, this is just I'm grateful to have y'all back. Seriously. So
Glad to be here.
Yeah,
so
thanks,
what's any notable things have gone on since, well, for lack of a better term, since we last spoke?
man. Nothing significant that I can speak on my end. Just working, man. Just kind of doing a lot of self-reflection, getting to know myself a little bit better. Just continuing to grow, man. Nothing's changed since the boy week, man. Still putting in the work, growing myself and doing the best I can to impact the world, try to help people where I see I can fit in.
Right on. Gee, how about you?
You laughing about it? What you laughing about?
That's a very interesting question because since we did our last podcast in August, I had this little thing called brain surgery. But other than that, everything's been cool.
Man,
just a little
so
something.
Yeah, just a little zip across the scalp. That's all.
okay, I see. Got some battle scars. So let's delve into that for a quick second.
Yeah, man. I call it my hard drive upgrade, but it was discovered mid-October. Probably, I want to say the exact date was October 11th of last year, 2023. Had a seizure in my sleep and went to the emergency room. They did a CAT scan and discovered that I had about a 4 centimeter mass on the left side of my brain. So November 3rd of last year, I had surgery to have it removed. Probably about a month, maybe a month and a half of recovery. And, I can do pretty much everything except for drive right now because having a seizure, if I were to get in an accident and it hasn't been 6 months seizure free, I would be liable, not supposed to drive. So I won't be driving until mid-April, but everything's good. I have several visits, no sign of it returning. It was not cancerous. So
Good.
thankful for that discovery. And I've been on the mend and on the move ever since.
Right on, man. Love to hear it. Love to hear
Absolutely.
it. And congratulations for you fighting and beating said tumor.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Yep.
I appreciate it. I'm glad to be seen and not viewed. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's a bar right there. That's a bar.
It is, dog. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right,
Yes,
so
sir,
now
man.
we're gonna get to the main event. So the reason why I have these brothers back on is because we were brainstorming some ideas for another tournament style episode, and we came to the conclusion that we were going to do fast food sandwiches. So we picked 16 sandwiches. The end of the gauntlet. Again, only one will emerge as champion. So, man, I'm looking forward to this one. There's going to be some. There's always controversy involved whenever there's a bracket episode. So I'm looking forward to it.
Let me just play spoiler alert for right now for anybody who has ever heard any of these episodes where we have the bracket and had to select a winner. I got beef with the selection committee once again. So just in case you were wondering from previous episodes, I got a problem.
Yeah, your street ball name would be Death and Taxes.
hey, that's one thing. Ain't nobody ever accused me of not being consistent. I'll tell you that.
There you go. Who
That's
got
the
DNT?
truth.
I got DNT.
Hey, but that's what makes these episodes so great. So we're going to start in the upper left corner of the bracket. We have the McDonald's Big Mac versus the Arby's beef and cheddar sandwich. Mike, I'll start with you.
Good, because I
What's your
had something to
pick?
say about this though. I had something to say about this though, because I just want to say right now, Thousand Island is not secret sauce, so Big Mac is not being chosen by me. We going with the beef and cheddar because they're being honest all the way through and through. That's
The
this.
shade, the shade.
Boy, he coming in hot. Coming in
Rakata.
hot,
Everybody can
Mike.
catch it.
All right, G. What say you?
Yo, real talk. I got beef with Mike's pick because it ain't gonna be beef and cheddar for me. Yo, I ride with the Big Mac. The way I look at this bracket is that it's in the top left. It is a number one overall seed of all the seeds. If I'm following the traditional layout of a bracket,
No pun,
and I
no pun
think it's up
intended.
there for a justified reason. I'm going with the Big Mac, dog.
No pun intended on all seeds.
It's the number one value meal at McDonald's. So I mean, it's fitting.
That is true. And Big Mac gets my vote too.
Ah,
I beef and cheddars was always mid to me. Always mid.
hey, they come in clutch now. They getting to the point where they're starting to skimp on the beef and the cheddar. But
Oh,
I
really?
mean, oh yeah, because now maybe my memory is a little short from what it should be. But I always remember that the beef and cheddar was just a standard Arby sandwich.
Right.
Now you got the option to get the big beef and cheddar, and shrinkflation has made it such where the big beef and cheddar used to be the regular size of the regular beef and cheddar, but they now make the regular beef and cheddar smaller, and now have added a menu item called the big beef and cheddar, which is essentially the same size as the beef and cheddar used to be, but now they charge you more for it. And the regular one is increased in price, but it's still smaller. So yeah,
So
I got beef with the beef and cheddar.
okay, so is that why you chose the Big Mac? So it's a lot of
No,
beef and
no, no,
it's a
no,
lot
no,
of,
no, no, no.
it's gonna be a
I
lot of
chose
beef
the Big
going on.
Mac because the
Oh,
Big
this
Mac is better than the beef and cheddar, straight
okay.
up.
I see. I was just trying to play a pun on the beef dog.
Now I can poke holes in the Big Mac too, and depending on how this tournament turns out, I might have to poke some of them holes. But right now with these two, it's the Big Mac.
Yeah, we'll come back to that $1,000 sauce. So we'll come back
This man really banging
Hey
on
man,
Thousand Island sauce.
hey man, it's good.
to that. Especially I
Whether
done
it's a
lost.
secret or not, it's good.
I hold, I hold no loyalty to the Big Mac. I ain't even pick 'em.
Yeah, you choose Arby's. You've already. I see you already. You already
I
rolling
know.
with Satan.
I know. I'm different. Are you black, Mike? No, are you McDonald's?
All right, Big Mac moves on to the next round. So the next matchup in the left side of the bracket, we got the Hardee's Frisco Burger versus the Checkers Big Buford. I'll go first. It's Frisco Burger for me all day. Frisco Burger was a treat as a kid. I remember seeing that burger
You
on,
say
and I'm
was.
like, what's
Yes, it
sourdough?
was.
And just seeing it was just the most unorthodox looking bun. I was like, my 13-year-old mind, I'm like, yeah, I need to see what that's talking about. And it's been a love affair ever since. Like once in a blue moon, when I hit up Hardee's, that's my go-to. So Frisco Burger gets my vote. Gee,
Hey, I'm right there with you. Frisco burger, straight up. Frisco burger combo, no tomato with a Dr. Pepper.
yes,
All day.
sir. Yes, sir.
Listen, you talk about it used to be. Nah, it still is. The only problem is it's hard to find a Hardee's around Columbia, South Carolina these days.
That's
But
very
straight
true.
up, the Frisco burger, it still is that burger. I rock with it heavy. Straight up.
Mike?
It's gonna be a sweep in this round because I'm rolling with the Fresco burger too, man. It's something about that sourdough bread, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like after you eat the crust around the corners and you just got the middle. It's it almost feel like it like melts in your mouth with the sandwich, dog.
Yeah.
This man
Hey,
he really swear he me. Because I use the same method to consume my bun. Pause.
Hey, and despite what the movie Undercover Brother might tell you, the mayo sets it off on that sandwich. Yo, straight.
And that's true. And that's one of the few exceptions I'll make for mayo because
Very few. Very
yeah.
few.
I hear you. I understand. It ain't everybody's thing.
But Frisco Burger makes it to the next round. Next matchup on the left side, we got the Burger King Whopper versus McDonald's Filet-O-Fish. Yeah. Filet-O-Fish is getting out of here.
Yeah. This is the first section where this section right here is the beginning of my beef with the selection committee right here.
Okay.
Ain't no way these two teams should be playing each other this early in the tournament.
This early.
Well, you
Yeah,
know
I
what?
get that.
You
Hey, it's
just
the closest.
take that up with the selection committee. I will send you the email.
these are easily number 2 seeds everywhere else in the bracket, and they're playing each other in the same bracket in the first round.
That's the way the
Just-
generator shook up. So
Hey man,
Hey,
somebody
listen.
had a bad season, dog.
And listen, I understand people's beef with filet-o-fish, and we done said beef more times in this sandwich bracket than I'm sure is permitted, but the point stands. A lot of people got beef with the filet-o-fish. Classic. Me and Jesus Nice is like the only 2 people I know that rock heavy with the filet-o-fish, and to put them up against the Whopper is tough, man. It's tough. I ain't even gonna front. But if I got to choose between the 2, when it come down to it at the end of the day, I'm going with the burger. So I'm gonna have to pick the Whopper on that one.
That's what I'm
But
talking about, dog.
filet-o-fish probably could have straight mopped a lot of the other joints on this bracket, but it is what it is.
okay, Mike.
Yeah, I know. The fish is probably like the healthier option, dog. But yo, man, I'm a grown man, dog. I need beef in my life, man. If I got a choice between beef and fish, yeah, I'm going with the Whopper. Let's roll with
Hey,
the Whopper, dog.
you know what the problem is, Mike? You ain't never
Okay.
counted calories before, but wanted fast food at the same time.
No.
Listen, I still know to this day, if I get a filet-o-fish combo from McDonald's with a water, that's 710 calories for that and the fries. And that, bruh, sometimes when you trying to stay in that caloric number, that joint be
I
coming
feel
in
you, dog.
clutch.
I feel you, dog. But you know, if I decide to go fast food, man, I ain't trying to choose healthy. I don't care about no calorie count. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's
But no,
fried,
I'm
deep
saying you trying to
fried.
lose weight, but
Yeah,
you
I feel you.
also trying to eat fast food.
I feel
That's
you.
your
I feel you.
compromise right
Yeah,
there,
I'm saying
filet-o-fish.
I feel you on that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like if I'm going to fast food, dog, this ain't no healthy option for me.
he
Salads get
throwing
boring, bro.
he
You
throwing
gotta flip it
caution
up
to the
sometimes.
wind. You sound just like my pops, G. I remember one time we went to eat lunch at I think we went to Arby's, and I love their salads. And I had one of their salads. He was like, you know what, I'm gonna try one too. And about 3 bites in, he was like, man, shit, I need me a sausage dog or something. This ain't cutting
Me,
it.
and you know, and also, man, I'm not like I'm like just like really getting into seafood now. So like a
That's true.
filet of fish, like I ain't really grow up eating them joints, man. I was going to McDonald's, like, what is this? I thought this was McDonald's. What we doing with fish up in the joint? Why y'all selling pizza? My
Yeah,
bad. My bad.
and allow me to clarify also, you say you're not into seafood, but it's not just seafood, it's lake food, it's pond food, it's anything that swims. You just
I just
recently
see.
started to get into it.
I just recently, very recently.
All right,
Man, well,
so
that's it. It's delicious though.
Whopper
Ain't no
makes it
front.
to the next round. And then the last matchup on the left side of the bracket for the first round, we have the Chick-fil-A sandwich versus the Wendy's Baconator. Mike.
So I need to ask like a drill down question on this Chick-fil-A sandwich, man. 'Cause
Mhm.
which one is it? Which one is it?
Just the plain one.
The
Just the
plain one?
original.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chicken
Okay.
and pickles.
Mm. Now, you two know how tough this is for me for this chicken, dog. Y'all know how I feel about chicken.
That's one of your main food groups.
Y'all know how I
It's
feel about
chicken.
chicken. Well, you know, I like really enjoy the baconator, man. You know, I just talked about it. I'm a grown man, dog. I want that beef in my life. However, chicken always wins with me, man. I'm going with the Chick-fil-A sandwich. It was only difficult only because if it was a spicy Chick-fil-A sandwich, I would have picked it. I wouldn't even thought about it. But you know, with the original, I can think about it a little bit. I might have to consider it. But yeah, I'm going with the Chick-fil-A sandwich. I know I'm just talking too much here, but
Okay, I'll go next.
I do.
I ain't gonna lie. Mike, I love that Baconator. I mean, that's for me, the Baconator though, that's like, I mean, what all that bacon and all that beef, that's like a once a month treat for me.
Hey, dog, ain't got nothing to cut it.
I gotta ration that sodium out. That's like fish scale sodium. So, bro, like
Got nothing.
like drinking water ain't enough. Like I need to go hop in a pool after I eat that Baconator to balance
Yeah,
that sodium out.
that's why it's so good though. It's like a quarter cup of bacon grease in every sandwich, bro.
Yes, you feel my pain.
That's a good way to put that, dog. That
You
bacon grease.
feel my pain. I'll be honest, this is almost a coin flip for me. I'm gonna take the Baconator.
Okay.
All right, G.
I'll
It's
take
on
that.
you.
I guess that leaves me with the tiebreaker.
Yep.
There's one, like when I saw this matchup, I was like, dang, that's a hard one. But then Mike started talking and I realized, oh, there's clearly a line of delineation between the two of these. If that Chick-fil-A sandwich was the spicy joint, that's the winner.
Yep.
It's not the spicy joint. It's the original. So I got to go with the Baconator, dog.
Okay.
Yeah, but when it got Chick-fil-A out the paint, though, how about that?
I'm saying though, but again, the OG Chick-fil-A sandwich, it could probably wash a lot of stuff on here, but it got a bad matchup.
They do. Yeah, that Baconator, though. It's hard.
Styles make fights, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Chick-fil-A sandwiches, the 94 Sonics.
They just ran up against the wrong one.
Yeah. All right, we're going to the right side of the bracket now. So the first matchup at the top of the bracket, we have the chili cheese coney from Sonic versus the chopped barbecue sandwich from Cookout. G.
See that I had two questions about this matchup. One, clearly you define a hot dog as a sandwich. So I'm gonna let you have that one.
Selection committee.
But I was gonna ask where's the barbecue sandwich from? So the barbecue sandwich is from Cookout.
Right.
This is another difficult one, man. Like, barring the fact that we're not gonna argue about the fact that a hot dog is a sandwich. I gotta go with the chopped barbecue sandwich, man. I'll tell you like this. If I go on vacation to a different city, of course, that's the nature of vacations, they're not where you live. And I always find a local barbecue restaurant if I can. And I always want to try their pulled pork sandwich. So I've tried various kinds. But this one in particular, when you match it up against that chili cheese coney from Sonic, which I will admit has been a go-to for me on several occasions, I still got to go with the chopped barbecue sandwich from Cookout, man. It's hard to beat barbecue. Like you put a barbecue sandwich against like what we talked about sometimes on the left hand side of this bracket, it might get beat, but there ain't gonna be too many of them that's gonna beat it.
All right. Chopped barbecue for G. Mike, what's your pick?
All right, man. So I'm kind of like G, man. It's hard to pass up on a chopped barbecue, dog. I'm not supposed to be eating that much of it, man. I got high blood pressure and I'm trying to work on that stuff, man. But it's a family thing too, right? But however, chopped barbecue, man, it is so delicious. The only thing that goes against the chopped barbecue sandwich for me is who sells it. Like, hey man, I don't get down with their food too much, man. I just don't like their food that much, man. I always feel like
You
they
don't
got
rock with Cookout?
I always feel like they got a B grade on their door. I know it's not, but I just kind of feel like they got a B grade on their door, right? I know they don't. I know it's always A, man. I just kind of feel like that with their food. I'm like, how y'all food so cheap and everybody else's ain't like this, man? So it made me feel some type of way. But so
it's in the restaurant name, dog. It's Cookout.
Right.
I hear that.
It's cheap. It's supposed to be. You got to feed a lot of people at a Cookout.
I hear that. But I feel the same way about it. I'm talking about me. This is how I feel about it, right? And then when you go to Sonic, you don't go to Sonic anything but like drinks and hot dogs. That is kind of like the thing. Like if you go to Sonic for a burger, man, I have to question your sanity because I mean,
I don't know, man. They got this joint on Texas Toast. You might want to rock with it.
Texas toast.
Oh yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but it's Texas Toast. I feel like it's got bacon on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's got all of the ingredients of like I think it's like maybe barbecue sauce might be on it. That might be the one special thing about it. That
Okay,
joint
hiding that beef patty that's so terrible to have. Okay, I got you. Yeah.
Hey.
I know it took me a long time to get to my decision, but I kind of wanted to talk trash about Cookout. But yeah, I'm going with chili cheese coney, man.
Okay. Yeah, so Mike, I'm in agreement with you with Sonic's food, with the exception of the chili cheese coney. Because
Taking all kind of L's today, dog.
yeah, because their food to me is mid, but their beverages are elite. I will give them that. Having said that, I'm a Cookout aficionado.
Mm-hmm.
And my go-to order at Cookout is the chopped barbecue plate with Cajun fries, chicken nuggets, and a half sweet tea, half fruit punch. So chopped barbecue gets my vote, and chopped barbecue is making it to the next round.
All right, I
So
need you to
now
back
the
up though. I need you to back up though. We need to have a discussion about this half sweet tea, half fruit punch.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm trying to pick up what you're putting down, dog, because sweet tea my thing, and I don't mind mixing it, man. How that taste, dog? I might have to add some of that to my life.
I like it. It's kind of well, being from the low country, there's certain soul food spots they do a pineapple tea,
Mm-hmm.
which is oh my God. It's like
Mm,
it's like the nectar of the gods.
mm.
That's such a good mashup. But whenever those places aren't available, that half sweet tea, half fruit punch concoction, that's like the closest thing
Okay,
for me palate wise. So
okay.
I
Yeah,
always rock with that.
I never thought about that. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah,
A-
I'll let you know. I'll
As
let you know how I feel about it.
as somebody who has lived most of their life in South Carolina, I'd like to make a confession on this podcast.
Let's go.
Tea
I
is
already know.
nasty.
I already know.
I knew
I
that
already
was
know.
coming. I knew
Tea is
that was
nasty.
coming.
Nobody paying you attention, man. Nobody paying you. Mute his mic. Mute his mic.
T calls
Mute his
Janet
mic.
Mrs. Jackson. Okay, tea is nasty.
He
Gotta
calls
get Miss
Janet Mrs.
Jackson.
Jackson.
Miss Jackson.
Oh man.
Yeah, mute his mic, man. Mute his mic. Tea.
Nah, I'm
Tea,
gonna let him rock, man. He like the
Somebody
man
tea is
likes what he
nasty.
likes. I'm not mad at it.
You're right. You're right. He drank
So
coffee though.
Yeah, I do.
Typically, most coffee drinkers don't like tea, so I'm
Yeah.
with you on that.
now see, I'm the complete opposite. I love the smell of coffee, but I don't like the taste of it.
That's
Oh
it.
man.
That's it.
Oh man.
That's it.
I
like.
I'll drink coffee all day long and then go right to sleep at night. It don't do nothing to me.
Hey, you're immune to it.
He's like
You're
Chad
immune to
Johnson. He already developed that coffee callus.
Yeah, I got a callus for coffee. My stomach has developed a callus for coffee. Straight up.
Danny, you talk about how coffee smells early. My son has his coffee pot up front, and it automatically brews at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Mhm.
So when I first waking up, man, I walk to the front just to you kind of walk to the front and see what's going on, make sure everything's is still in order, and that coffee aroma be wafting out the kitchen. That'd be perfect. Get my day going, man.
Just imagine if you
Yeah.
drank some.
No, I know I spit it out. I
Yeah,
don't have to
I'm
imagine.
super good on that.
I don't have to imagine. I tell you what I do. I spit around out. Nasty.
All right, so moving on to the next matchup, we have the Taco Supreme, the soft Taco Supreme from Taco Bell versus the Popeyes chicken sandwich. I'll go first. This is tough for me because I enjoy both items with equal fervor. The Popeye sandwich, I'll tell you what, the first wave of the Popeye sandwich was undeniable to me. And then it's like they took a break and then they brought it back. And for some reason, it just did not hit the same. And I'll never forget, I was on the phone with my parents one time because Popeyes, that's their Sunday spot after church. And my pops and I had a conversation about it, and he was like, so is it just me? Or when they brought that Popeye's chicken sandwich back, it just didn't hit the same. And I'm like, okay, so it's not just me that feels this way. So that sways my opinion towards voting for the Taco Supreme because it's been a staple since high school for me. That is easily my go-to when I was in high school. And every time I bite into that Taco Supreme, it just transports me back. And that's the number one, the deciding factor for me is that it gives me that ratatouille moment. Like you bite into it and it just
Can't
instantly
beat that, dog.
teleported somewhere else to
Can't beat that.
to the days of my youth. So yeah, the soft Taco Supreme gets my vote. How about you, G? What's your pick?
Yeah, when you gave me the specifics on the Taco Supreme, that was absolutely, more data and I was more informed. However, it made zero lick of difference. It was going to be Popeye's chicken sandwich straight up and down no matter what you told me about that Taco Supreme, dog. It was not gonna happen. Listen, it could have been the Taco Supreme in the soft shell. It could have been the one in the crunchy shell. It could have been a Doritos Locos Taco Supreme. It didn't matter. That chicken sandwich, even the new joint now they got with the truffle sauce, it was gonna be that one all day, every day,
Oh.
twice on Sundays.
Oh,
Yes.
you say
Yes.
truffle sauce?
Yes.
Okay.
They got
you saw
Popeye's
Daddy
chicken
face,
sandwich. You
dog?
look at them, they got, I don't know if it's still, it might have been a limited time promotion, but they have the truff sauce. And yeah, it's like that.
Okay. I will definitely keep that in mind. Mike, what's your pick?
Well, being that I'm not a Taco Bell person at all,
You barely a Mexican person.
we going with a chicken sandwich, baby. You know it. You know it. You know it. Got to get one chicken sandwich to the next round. I couldn't get my Chick-fil-A sandwich there. Yeah. Yeah, but it's mostly, man. I just I don't really know much about Taco Bell. G started naming off all these tacos from the menu. I was like, I never heard of these before.
Hey, you ain't lived until you had one of them beef chalupas, though.
Beef chalupas, huh?
Man,
Okay.
talk about it.
Yeah. Hey, and
you got Danny reminiscing, though. You can see it in his face every time he talks about it.
yeah, he thinking back to them good old days.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I got another confession. It's like I'm just revealing all kinds of things about myself in this episode.
Talk
But
about
I
it.
remember one time when it finally hit me, like I had ordered like maybe, the tacos, you'd be able to order them like a 12-pack in the case or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I ordered like however many it was in the case, but I wanted them all supreme, but with no tomatoes. The only difference between a regular taco at Taco Bell and a taco supreme at Taco Bell is sour cream and tomatoes. So basically, I paid like extra $3-4 for them to just put sour cream on my tacos.
Man. Okay.
Oh snap! So you said hold up, what you said, a dozen, a pack?
Yeah, you can get them in like
What?
a case. Yeah.
A case, and it's
Yeah.
a dozen of them, a dozen that come in that joint. Okay.
Yep.
I remember that too.
Yep.
All right. Popeyes moves on to the next round. The next matchup, we have the Five Guys burger versus the BK Rodeo burger. G.
1, 2, 3, 4, feel. It is going to be Five Guys straight up. You know why? Because Five Guys let me get the burger the way I want it, and it tastes good every single time. It doesn't help also that BK Rodeo burger, if I remember correctly, actually has fried onion rings on it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want to do onions on a sandwich, cool. If you want to do onion straws on a sandwich, cool. You gonna actually fry an onion ring and put it on a sandwich? You're doing the most. I'm gonna need you to slow down. Just it's too much, man. It's too much. Just I understand it's the rodeo burger. You mixing it up. You got a little barbecue sauce on there. Cool, whatever. Nah, you doing the most, and you're not gonna be Five Guys. I don't care what version of a Five Guys burger you order. It could be a single patty with no bacon or cheese on it. It's gonna be that BK Rodeo burger, straight up.
Mike.
I got 5 on it. Always getting 2 patties. I got 5 on it. Every time. Yeah, I'm just. Yeah, Burger King is I go there if I'm desperate. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like a road trip stop for me now. I'm going to Five Guys to get a burger. If I want a burger, I'm going to Five Guys, man.
Yeah.
Word, yeah. I'm in the
hard
same
to
boat
find
with
one
y'all.
in Columbia.
And it's hard to find one.
Yeah.
Well, hard to find what?
Burger King.
You know, it's the same way down
If it
here
ain't connected
too.
to a gas station.
Yeah, yep.
It's the same way down here too. It's
Really?
crazy. They
Y'all
must
have any
all be owned by
standalones?
the.
You got any standalones down there? Like standalone Burger King spot?
Got one in Monk's Corner, one in Goose Creek, and I believe there's one on Rivers Avenue. And those are only 3 that I'm aware of.
Yeah, parking lot stay empty, don't it?
The one in Monk's Corner, yes. The one in Goose Creek is pretty packed whenever I drive by there.
Okay.
The one down from Stratford?
No, I didn't even think about that one. I don't know if that one's still open or not. The one I'm talking about is on St. James Avenue.
Okay.
Right there on 52.
1 Okay, yeah. I know you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. Five Guys. Five Guys gets my vote too. Simply because, just like you said, G, it's the onion factor.
Yeah.
I'm not an onion guy at all. And you can fry it to try to make it presentable. It's getting no play in my ride. So yeah, Five Guys gets the clean sweep of the
Now,
BK Rodeo Burger.
now the irony in that is I used to kill the Burger King onion rings, like straight up by themselves.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness, those used to be the best joints you could get. I would get them over fries, but then eventually I just turned a certain age, and my body said, "You know what? That's enough of all of that." And the reaction that I have in my gastrointestinal system to the Burger King onion rings now is not a pleasant one.
The
So I
onion
no
rings turning
longer
to milk.
partake. But
Onion rings turning to
hey,
milk.
oh my God, that joint used to be so good. But boy, I would be paying for it at least for a day and a half afterwards, dog.
Damn, a day
I
and a
had to give
half?
it up.
No,
Woo.
Yo, I'm
that's
telling
rough,
you,
dog. That's rough. That's rough.
listen, it was one of them joints where, like, if I eat this, I'm not going anywhere in public that is more than 3 feet away from a bathroom because it is going to be a problem.
Hold up, dog. Hold up, dog.
The best interest for me is to just not eat it.
Hold up, dog. So I know your job entails you to be around a lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
especially like after lunchtime and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So how that worked out for you after eating the onion rings from Burger King, then having to go back to work and being around a bunch of people?
It wasn't comfortable. Just to put it, just as family friendly as I can put it on Danny's podcast. It was not a situation that I would encourage anyone to put themselves in, knowing that it is going to result in severe gastrointestinal distress. Don't do it. I was doing it at home and it still wouldn't end up any better. So I just had to stop completely.
Let it go. Just let it go.
It's one of them things I used to love. We don't see eye to eye no more.
It don't love you back.
I wish it the best in all his future endeavors. We can go no further.
All right. Five Guys moves on to the next round. And then the last matchup, which truthfully, this is the play-in matchup right here. The Hardee's Mushroom and Swiss Burger versus the Supersonic Bacon Double Burger. I'll
Can
go
both
first.
lose?
I'll go first. If both of them lost, I wouldn't even be mad.
Yo, this
Play-in game.
is the play-in tournament to determine who's gonna lose by 46 to the number one seed, basically.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
Five Guys already coming out in the bracket above it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
it don't matter
Mhm.
what we pick here right here.
100%. I'm gonna go
But
with
they
I'm gonna go with the Supersonic Bacon Double Cheeseburger because the Hardee's Mushroom Burger, and I love a good mushroom and Swiss burger. The mushrooms they use at Hardee's, whoever signed off on the mushrooms, they need to be in jail. That burger is flat out trash. There's no other way I can put it. The mushrooms just kill the vibe. All right, Mike, what's your pick?
It makes it even harder for me to pick this because I just talk all kind of trash about Sonic burgers, right? And then
Then
my
you go
option
turn
is-
around.
my option is Sonic
Put
burger.
money
No,
on it.
however, I agree with Danny, dog. Yo, if a mushrooms ain't fresh, man, I don't think I need to be messing with them. That's just my thing. My son allergic to mushrooms. I know it ain't the mushrooms that go on burgers, but still, I avoid them. I avoid them. I avoid them. I'm not vegan. I don't need the mushroom to replace my meat because I eat real meat. You know what I'm saying? So boom, I'm going to Sonic. We're getting the double cheeseburger. Keep moving.
All
Throw
right,
some
G.
bacon on there, the high stuff.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Like, for me, it ain't so much the quality of the mushroom, is that it's mushrooms on a burger itself. And like all of these other sandwiches we done talked about, I've considered the possibility that they come with items that I can order without them having. Like the
Mhm.
Chick-fil-A sandwich, I would order without pickles. But like when mushroom is in the name of the sandwich and you order it without mushrooms, what are you really doing? Like, why don't you just go ahead and order something else on the menu? Like,
Yeah.
you do that hard up for Swiss. Just tell them to put Swiss on your bacon cheeseburger. Yo, just if the name of the burger requires me to take something out of the burger to eat it and enjoy it that is in the name, I just don't need to be messing with that burger in the first place. So
Yeah,
I'm going with the Sonic Bacon Double.
yeah, because if I was in the drive-through taking your order, you said I want to get the Hardee's mushroom and Swiss without the mushrooms. I was like, so you want the
So you
mushroom
want
burger?
to switch cheeseburgers? What you want?
Yeah, man, you want a mushroom burger without the mushroom?
Correct.
Boom, gotcha, sir. Gotcha, sir. You know you're paying the extra like $3 for no reason, right? So I'm just letting you know. I'll go ahead and put it on the menu.
Yeah, I'm paying for some taco supremes with no tomato on them is what I'm paying for. I'm paying people extra money to put sour cream on there. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
All right, the first round matchups are complete, and now we go back to the left side of this bracket where we have the Big Mac versus the Frisco Burger. Buddy, I'll go first. Both of these burgers are such an integral part of my upbringing, but I'm going to have to give the edge to the Big Mac because that is literally the first fast food burger that I ever tried. I remember I was riding with my Uncle Gilbert and we went to McDonald's. And I tried eating a Big Mac, tried to complete a Big Mac at 7 years old. And it went like maybe like a third of the way through the burger. I'm like, my stomach is going to pop.
Damn it, great.
Man, it probably took me a few hours to finish that burger.
A few hours, good God.
Yeah. Normally you work your way up to stuff like that, but at Big Mac, I was trying to be cool, because I saw my Uncle Gilbert eating a Big Mac, and he's the coolest man on the planet to my 7-year-old brain. So I'm like, I want to be cool like my Uncle Gilbert. I'm gonna eat a Big Mac too. Boy, that Big Mac was like, the hell is you doing? You used to eating
you didn't account for the extra slice of bread in the middle, did you?
Yeah, you need to go back to this kids meal. Holler at Hamburglar and Birdie.
Go see what Grimace is up to.
Yeah,
this ain't for you, player.
Yeah, go back to Grimace. Stop this bullshit. So yeah, Big Mac gets my vote over the Frisco Burger. Mike, what say you?
All right. Yeah, so we already know how I feel about this Big Mac, man. And I do understand, Danny, like nostalgia, though, you can't beat it. Can't beat it. However, I don't have much nostalgia with Big Macs. Even in my childhood, it wasn't my thing, man. It just wasn't my thing. Again, keep telling me the secret sauce, though, and I know I can just go pick it up off the shelf, man. Come on, man. So yeah, plus the Frisco Burger we just talked about, man. How banging that is, man. So I'm a Frisco Burger fan over the Big Mac.
All right, G, what's your call?
Yeah, I already knew when I picked Big Mac in the first round and gave you its attributes that were positives that I was probably going to have to pick it apart in the second round, and that's exactly what I'm about to do, dog. That extra piece of bread in the middle is not popping. It's not. I mean, I get it. It's unique. It's innovative. But like you said, as a 7-year-old, you couldn't consume all of it, and I'm pretty sure it was due to that extra piece of bread in the middle. And I'm like, tradition, nostalgia, whatever you want to call it, is cool. But if you're going to put that up against a Frisco Burger, nah, I got to ride with the Frisco Burger on that one, man. Straight up.
Yo, deal. When you were 7, man, can you remember? Did you have like squeeze the sandwich down a little bit so you can
did you have to dislocate your jaw to take a bite?
No, I tried it. I tried to consume the burger just like my Uncle Gilbert did. And that was a very uphill climb, like a steep uphill climb.
Steep uphill climb.
And he just egging me on. Like, this is some jerk behavior right here. Well, you could have prevented me. You could have saved me from myself, but nah. All right, he's like, you done got it now. You might as well finish it.
You said your uncle, right?
Fries too.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what your uncle would do.
Yeah. But G, going back to what
you gonna learn.
Yeah, and G, going back to what you said about something being innovative, and something that was innovative at around the same time when I was 7 years old. The McDLT.
I knew that was
that commercial. You talk about arguably the biggest letdown in the history of fast food. I remember seeing that commercial, had it in that styrofoam container. Hot side stays hot.
Stays hot.
Cold side stays cold. I was like, yeah, when we going on a field trip next week, I'm getting my BLT. I took a bite and then I'm like, man, this is just a regular ass hamburger. I felt so hoodwinked after taking on the first bite. I'm like, bro, this can't be life.
You know,
I hope
that
this. I
McDonald's,
was like, as soon as I took that bite, I'm like, I hope this fails.
that McDonald's marketed, dog. That's just strong.
Marketing at its
Ain't it?
finest, dog.
Ain't
That's
it?
strong, boy.
Between that and the McPizza, but that's another story for another day.
I know, because they sure tell you that Big Mac, they don't, that secret sauce on it, dog. That's that marketing. Check that marketing.
You stuck on that $1,000 sauce, dog. That's crazy.
All right, so Frisco goes to the next round. The
You go,
next,
Frisco.
then the second matchup on the left side of the bracket, we have the Whopper versus the Baconator. Mike.
Oh, I'm going with the Baconator, dog. Um, uh, I ain't already got much to say behind this. I didn't pick the Whopper, and I'm not a Whopper person either. Well, I did pick the Whopper.
I was gonna say you did pick the
Yeah,
Whopper because you talked
yeah,
all that trash about the filet of fish.
filet of fish. Yeah, I had to go back and look. I was like, yeah, I'm not a Whopper guy, but I did pick it over that. But yeah, the Baconator. I know we talked about how dense it is. I'm okay with that. Okay with that on occasion, being real dense. Yeah, I'm going
All
with
right.
the Baconator over the Whopper.
And G.
You know how good the Baconator is?
How good is the Baconator?
I had a temporary crown on the back right of my mouth, and it was a Friday, and I was actually eating lunch with Mike, having a Baconator. And I'm chewing that bacon, and I was like, man, Wendy's did the dang thing on this bacon today. It's doing extra crispy. I'm just crunching it up. And what I didn't realize was that my temporary crown had come off, and I had chewed it and swallowed it. And the dentist office was not open for me to get it replaced until the following Monday morning. So I had to go the entire weekend missing the temporary crown that was on my tooth. I had to chew and drink and eat on the other side of my mouth completely.
He missed a beat. Like I just
chewed the whole thing. I was like, damn, bacon. This bacon crispy. Yeah, I was chewing a temporary crown. That's what it was.
Yeah, he was like, yeah. He was like, I think I just ate my crown.
Joy slid smooth off, and I crunched it all the way up. And I say all of that to say, any sandwich that will make me eat a temporary dental appliance is good in my book. So I got to pick Baconator over Whopper, straight up.
Yeah,
even though the Whopper is flame broiled, I still rock with a Baconator on that one.
Baconator gets my pick too. Oh man, that's a great story.
It was.
All right.
I forgot about that, dog.
Now we're going to the.
I haven't because I could not chew on that side of my mouth for the entire weekend. And that little nub that they left there to put the crown on was a little sensitive. So everything cold, everything hot. It's like ha la 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 la.
Yeah.
Smooth to the other side of the mouth.
In there. Then now we're going back to the right side of the bracket. So we have the chopped barbecue sandwich from Cookout versus the Popeyes chicken sandwich. I'll go first. You know what? As much as I talk down on the second wave of the Popeyes chicken sandwich, the first wave was so undeniable. I mean, at that point, once I had the first one I tried, I was pretty much chasing the dragon at that point. And yeah, I think that's what sways my vote towards the Popeyes chicken sandwich over the chopped barbecue sandwich from Cookout. G.
Yeah. Spicy, mild, truffle sauce. It don't matter. It's gonna be that Popeyes chicken sandwich, straight up. I mean, I rock with barbecue, but there's something transformative about that Popeyes chicken sandwich, though. Straight up.
Yeah. Mike.
Yep. We already know how I feel about Cookout in general. All right. So
You's
Popeyes
a hater. God, you's a hater.
I am too. Now I will go. I talk trash, but I still will go. I feel some type of way about it when I go. Like I'm not going there for delicious food. I'm just going there for sustenance.
Not going there for delicious food. I'm going there for sustenance. You know what?
My bad.
I ain't even mad. I'm not even mad at that because somebody asked me to describe Cookout, and I'm like, it's basically adult cafeteria food.
Yeah, Yeah, if you're trying to get a sponsorship with them, I done screwed all the way up. So I apologize to you right now in
Oh,
advance.
Cookout, you can look. Hey, hook a brother up. I sing your praises. Forget my pick that I just made. That was a facsimile that made that pick. So yeah, Cookout. Let's keep in touch. Yeah. So Popeyes moves on to the next round. Then the next matchup. Whoo, buddy.
Oh, it's a wash.
Five Guys versus the Supersonic Bacon Double Burger. They won that playing game and then just got tossed straight into the lake of fire. Yeah. I think we all know who the winner is. I think we all know who the winner is. So at the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Five Guys.
Guys.
Sorry, Sonic. You always have
Five Guys went undefeated all year long and then ended up losing their conference tournament, but still got an at-large bid. That's why they ended up as like that seed right there. But they got their stuff together and they coming strong through the tourney right now. I'm telling you that straight up. It's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
They refocused. That one loss got them refocused.
They needed that to get them back together.
So now we are in the semifinals. So the matchup on the left side of the bracket is the Frisco Burger versus the Wendy's Baconator. Mike, you go first.
Okay. And as much as I took a lot of L's in the first round, look what we found. I'm here with my couple of my favorite burgers here, right? Yeah. Okay. However, just kind of thinking through the matchups, man. I still won't lean on that Frisco Burger, man. There's something about that sourdough bread I can't just let go of compared to the Wendy's one. And like I said, if I had a choice, if I had to pick one, I'm probably gonna pick the Frisco Burger every time.
Gee.
Yeah, this is now, we had a couple of these kind of matchups, in my opinion, in the first round. This is the kind of matchup we're supposed to have at this point in the tournament. These are two really good teams playing just for the chance to get to the final.
Selection.
It's hard. This is hard. This is hard. This is hard. But I'm gonna have to go with the Baconator.
Word.
Listen,
going into OT.
The grease to bun ratio is very, very critical in this matchup. And while, the Frisco, in addition to having its traditional burger grease itself, also had, which is basically spreadable grease on it, known as mayonnaise. But that Baconator, it comes through. It don't need no assistance. Like it's got really good guard play. The bigs are dominant. They got a good post game. Frisco Burger, I don't. They don't match up well. They're a jump shooting team. If the shot ain't falling, they just don't stand a chance.
Sound like Charles Barkley over there.
Yeah, Baconator can play inside and out. So I gotta go with Baconator.
Sound like Charles Barkley. We talk about Golden State. Yeah, jump shooting team. They'll never win a championship. They'll never win a championship.
See, where I differ from Charles at is that I appreciate good ball movement. So there's that.
Okay, there you go.
Baconator it is, dog, straight up.
And Baconator it is for me, but I always have to get mine without mayo. But still, it does the job in a serious way.
You get a Frisco Burger without mayo, it ain't the same.
So
down goes my burger. Down goes my burger.
I'm with you though. They play it hard. They did good. Maybe they get in the tournament next year and they get a different seed and things turn out different.
And even if they do, you'll still have a problem about it, G. I know you will. I know how you operate. You talk about Mike being an agent of chaos.
I'm not an agent of chaos. I
see where he gets it from.
I know what my preferences are. I don't say stuff just to start trouble. This is my genuine feelings.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's kind of my thing. I will say something.
Yeah.
All right, Baconator makes it to the championship round. Now, on the right side of the bracket, we have the Popeyes chicken sandwich versus the Five Guys burger. G.
It's again another great matchup. Popeye's chicken sandwich came from a lower seed in their bracket to come to the final four.
Man, hard dog.
But Five Guys again, the versatility, the choices in toppings. You don't order a Five Guys burger with what you don't want. You order a Five Guys burger with what you do want on it.
Salient points, sir.
It's hard. It's hard to beat a versatile team like that. I'm going Five Guys burger.
All
There
right.
you go.
I'll go next. G, those are some excellent points that you made. And that solidified my decision to choose Five Guys. Mike.
Yeah, I know I'm a chicken man, dog. I know I'm a chicken man. However, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 5 burger commandments. One. But and G Lane a lot of the reasons why, man. When you go to Five Guys, you go to get what you want to have, man. You can make that burger any kind of way you want to, any kind of style, add as much sauce on that bad boy as you want, any kind of vegetables on that bad boy. And like I said, you always gotta double up. I know we ain't talking about fries, man, but there's something about them fresh cut fries they got. It just make that burger hit home even more, boy.
Yeah, and we talked about that in the French fry bracket too.
Yeah. Yeah.
That big brown bag with that pool of grease at the bottom. And if they got that Cajun seasoning on it, God bless.
We got it, boy. We got it. On it. Just watching them fill the bag up and then dip and get another scoop just to put in the bag on top of it. I'm like, yo, that's what I'm talking about, Pip.
Yes.
and you talk up the guy working fries, he go throw that extra scoop in there for you too.
He sure will.
Every time. And it doesn't hurt that they get have the sack of potatoes right there at the entrance. That they can just they can just make them in house instead of getting them frozen. That's crucial.
That's right. Oh, that's I know this ain't a fry thing, bro, but it just kind of helps that burger taste better to me.
All right, so now we have the championship matchup. When all is said and done, the smoke cleared, and we are now down to 2 sandwiches. The Wendy's Baconator, coming from the left side of the bracket, versus the right side bracket champion, Five Guys. I'll go first. There were so many great points made for both of these sandwiches in each round. Gee, you talking about the crispiness of the bacon, temporary crown notwithstanding. The bacon is magnificent. It makes the sandwich, hence the name of it being Baconator. Five Guys, on the other hand, you talked about you can basically build your own burger, and I never took that into consideration. That's also a very crucial factor for me. And I like the fact that you can add your own toppings. You can get your own sauces. You can get A1 steak sauce on the burger if you want to, which I tried. And it is fantastic.
Yep.
For me, when the smoke clears, I got to go with Five Guys. So Five Guys gets my vote. Mike.
All right.
What's your pick?
I must admit, man, I'm a bit surprised that the Wendy's sandwich played so hard to make it to the finals. I mean, but I just kind of let you know that stands up to the test of time, dog. Beef men like beef stuff. so, it made it to the finals. However, man, I like that Fudd Ruckus option without having the people over your food, right? I can just have them do it for me. It's a little bit more sanitary than the little kid up there messing with the lettuce on the buffet at the Fudd Ruckus, right? Like I prefer the option where I have all these different things I can put on my burger like I want, but it's a little bit more sanitary because people in the back are taking care of and they got gloves on. I'm watching them put my food together, man. So, but plus I just prefer to go to Five Guys. I like that option of being able to order my food online in comfort of my home, deciding what I want, taking my time, and then going to pick up and leave right back out. I ain't got to wait around, walking up by there smelling like French fries and hamburgers being cooked. I'm smelling like the food in the restaurant. I can go pick it up and leave. So Five Guys is my choice.
All right. G, what's your choice?
Well, the way I look at this matchup is basically you've got one team on one side with a legendary head coach, and then on the other side, you've got a team with a head coach that basically worked underneath the legendary head coach, but now he is facing his mentor. The way I look at this is that Five Guys is the legendary coach,
Everybody gets
and the
their third
Baconator only knows what has been taught to him by said legendary coach.
Nick
Can
Saban's
you
a better
get
example.
a Five Guys burger with ketchup, mayo, bacon, and cheese and 2 patties? You absolutely can. Can you get a Baconator with lettuce? They don't advertise it. You probably could ask for it, but it ain't gonna be the same. Five Guys can do so much more. They can play so much more versatilely than the Baconator can. The Baconator can only do what it can do. It has limited knowledge of the game, limited scheme, and everything it learned from Five Guys. I don't care which one came around first. What I'm saying is, Baconator can't do what Five Guys can do. Five Guys can do everything that the Baconator can do and some. I gotta go with Five Guys. That's just the way it is.
That's the way it
Saban.
is.
This is Saban versus his former assistants. Okay, they don't beat him, not on a regular basis. It just don't happen like that.
So
You're right.
that concludes this tournament with Five Guys emerging as the champion fast food burger in the Since We Last Spoke Fast Food Sandwich Invitational. Five Guys, take a bow. I will see you this weekend. Fellas, once again, it's always a gas to have y'all on. And
Yes, yeah.
I gotta be better of not waiting so long in between episodes. So if anything I want to plug or promote, y'all, the floor is yours.
I got nothing. I don't own any social media, everyone. I got an email address. I'm sure that I barely check. Next time you see me is next time I'm on a podcast today. Yes. Holla at your boy. If you want to holla at me, holla at Danny here, reach out to me. Holla at G here, reach out to me. But I'd be very, very, very happy to call on out and do anything else. I'm just not on social media. Not my life.
Word. G, what's up?
Yeah. Hey, all my stuff is at gerardroze.com. GerardDroze. Any social media you want to go connect with me at that I don't post or regularly check, you can find it all there.
There it is. And you can find me on IG at Danny Foxworth843. You can find me on Twitter at Danny Foxworth, but it's spelled Foxwrth. So there's only one O in the last name, 843. And thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading. Thank you for subscribing. Make sure that you tell a friend to tell a friend about the Since We Last Spoke podcast. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm at Danny Foxworth843. You can find all the videos of all of my podcast episodes on there. And for Mike, Gerard, and myself, this has been another episode of Since We Last Spoke. And until next time, y'all be good. Peace.